All right. For those of you who don't know, my name is Michael Forrest, and welcome to It's Shark Time. Now, before we get going, let me just give you a word about text messaging. Any text messages that you send during the show, I'm not going to respond until after the show, so don't waste your time. If you need to reach us, the best way is by writing, or joining our Discord. You'll find the address on the beam directly below me here. Also, if I can ask all of you to stay in this audio section, this audience section right here, audio section. Listen to that. Well, I guess it is kind of an audio section. But if you stay in the audience section right there, it'd be a lot safer for everybody. We have a large and dangerous sea creatures going through our set today, and we don't want to see anybody get hurt. All right. There's a pair of hands out there, and they just disappeared. That's weird. And it's very strange where all the hands appear all the time. It's all over the place. We're just like outside. Sharky, what have you been doing? Already saw that? We had like a pair of hands just float by. What was that? Sharky, come on. We could be professional here. All right, everybody. So yeah, if you could stay in the audience section, that would be great. Now, I've hosted, coming up next month, it's going to be 600 events in Altspace. And in that time, the question I've been asked the most is, and they ask it every single day, is why are we here? And not a day goes by where you don't hear this question. And I thought it would be fun to ask you guys that question. So I'm going to give you a little hint for those of you that are new. The answer is right down here in front of my podium, right there. So everybody, why are we here?
Feed a shark.
Okay, people, really? Come on. Let's try this again. Why are we here?
Shark.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't hear that. I'm, the waves over the stage here. Why are we here, people? Come on, make it good feeling. Yes, to feed a shark. That's what we're doing here today, right? And listen, I host about 10 events a week, and we have hundreds of people coming through our experiences, but nobody was willing to help me feed a shark until we came up with this show, right? And it's, I did this just to help my friends out. You guys want to meet my friends?
Yeah. Bring them out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess maybe you don't really want to. You hear that, guys? They're really not into it. You guys want to meet my friends? You guys should, you know what? You guys should drink some coffee before the show. All right, here we go. I'm gonna bring my friends out. Let's see. Here we go. We got Melvin, we got Buster, and we got Fang. Here we go. And these are my friends, and they're looking good now. But when we first started doing the show, they weren't. If you look at the old episodes, they look really skinny. It's really sad, right? And so we, been doing this show, and it's really been helping out, right? Because at the beginning, like I said, I'd host these events, and nobody would help me feed a shark. Right. And so I was going around looking for a solution. And then I had a conversation with an admin that changed my life. Right. Mr. Arsoul was pretty sad about it. But, what happened was I heard an admin say Altspace users would do absolutely anything for world building kits. Right. So we got right to work. And when we first came out with it Shark Time, we started giving away this Ravenhall Events coffee mug. But now we're also giving away, in addition to this mug, we're giving away a 12-piece aquarium-themed world building kit. It comes with an aquarium cabinet. It comes with these bubble sounds, animated fish. You can decorate it any way you want. There's 12 pieces to use there. Some of you have already won it, speaking of which, Fruit Twist, did you get yours?
No.
No? Oh, I know we distributed it. You might want to check your inventory when you're going back to your home space. You might see it there. Okay. All right. Good. Thumbs up. Because I know we distributed it. I made sure. All right. So yeah. So that's what we have there. We have this 12-piece kit. We hope you're going to want it enough to be a contestant on today's show. And if you'd like to be a volunteer, if you'd like to be a contestant on today's show, what you can do is come up to the railing here so you can see my friend and co-host Sharky. Right now, you're going to see he's floating in the water there, and all you have to do is just aim that pointer that's coming out of your right hand right at Sharky's nose. You're going to see a spinning target. Just squeeze that trigger one time on there, and you're going to see a text prompt appear in the air before you. Now there, all you have to do is enter your username, not your display name. This has to be your username. It's very important because if we don't have the right username, we're going to have trouble getting the prize to you. All right, and that's a lot more work to us. If you don't know what your username is, all you have to do is just press on that blue and white triangle button and look for that Me tab with the smiley face. And when you click on that Me tab, you're going to, you'll see right on the left there, right below your display name is going to be your username right in parentheses, and you go ahead and just read that off. You put that in there, and then you'll be ready to go. All right, and while we wait for you guys to type that stuff in, listen, if you guys have any problem at all with people in Altspace, like, you're not getting along with somebody in the campfire, or maybe somebody's trolling your events, or they're scheduling events right over yours, and you've had just about enough of that, just send them a come visit. That's all you got to do. We'll take care of the rest. My friends will eat. You won't have a problem anymore, and Altspace will be a better place. All right? So that's what we're going to do. All right, now the way this is going to work is you're going to notice on your lower right, you're going to see a raise hand button appear as if by magic. All right, it's true. That's what magic looks like in VR. And all you have to do is just press that raise hand button. It'll turn blue, and that's all you need to do. Now, we ask that you only come up if you can have your microphone open, because that makes things a lot easier if we can talk to you. All right, so let's see. So you just press that raise hand button, it'll turn blue, and then you can be on the show for your chance to win a 12-piece world building kit and this Ravenhall Events coffee mug. All right, so you'll get 2 prizes today comprising 13 different items. All right, Melvin, you want to hear tonight's specials? Let's see who's on the menu. All right, cool. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see. We have Thundercat. You're going to be on. Let's see, who else do we have? We have let's see, we have Matt the Scientist, and we have we have Drew. We're gonna have Drew right here. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend these bridges. All right, and we'll just wait for them to fully extend. We don't want to see anybody, getting hurt or anything. And listen, if you have to recenter, do so now, because if you do it on stage, right, you're gonna end up back in the audience, and this tends to be really awkward for everybody. All of a sudden, you're back in the audience, and like, what's he doing down here? This isn't right. Okay, everybody, let's go down. You guys enjoying the show so far? Oh, there we go. Come on, man. Let's get up here. All right, good. All right, awesome. All right, let's take a moment to get to know everybody. All right, we've got Thundercat. Hey, Thundercat has to. Just heard your voice cut in. All right, there you go. Yeah, let me see if I can get back on megaphone. Let me see. You got that? All right, let's see. All right, yeah, good. All right, excellent. Just making sure everyone in the audience can hear you. How long have you been around Altspace for?
Just since around Christmas time, not very long.
Wow, it's not very long. See, but you've seen everything pretty much already, right? You're done. You've had enough.
What's that? No, say it again.
No,
Sorry, I was.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm making sure because you're up here and everything. All right, hey Drew, let me ask you. Oh, you got a green tag. Everybody. You know what that means. Okay. Well, some of you don't, but you'll find out in a minute. All right, now Drew, how long have you been around Altspace for? It's been a while if you got one of those tags on.
March will be my first year.
A year? Wow. Okay. Impressive. So you've already done everything there is to do in Altspace, and you've had enough. Choosing to go out like this.
You're gonna die, Drew.
Yes.
Whoa, we don't put it that way, Thundercat. We like to say, that you're doing your part to save the environment one shark at a time. See, it's a lot more noble when you say it like that, Thundercat. All right, now, Matt, you've been on the show a bunch of times, right? And recently, well, my friends have been enjoying you a little overly much. So let me ask you, do you have a strategy for tonight?
No.
No, you didn't load the audience with your friends? Have any friends out there?
In the audience. Yes.
Okay, good. All right, good. You're gonna need that. All right, everybody. If you would follow me up this ramp here, right? Come up top, and up here we have these yellow X's. If everybody would stand on one of these yellow X's, you can make yourself comfortable. You can recenter once you're on them, And if you would, just press that consent button right in front of you. Just a minor formality for our insurance company. Just go ahead and press on that button.
What?
All right.
It's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything.
As a friend,
let me see.
As a friend of mine, but I don't think you will vote for me.
Okay. Well, let's see. In 1 second. Let's see. How about you, Drew? You pressing that button? Nothing's happening?
Yeah, nothing's happening.
And you guys checked in with Sharky. All right. Give it a long press, like a slow long press on there, and see if that works. That's highly unusual. Okay, 2 of them that work, and that's strange. Sometimes that does happen from time to time. So I tell you what I'm going to do, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to loan you guys my name because sometimes that'll just work to keep us going. But you guys did check in with Sharky, right?
Oh,
Very
it wouldn't work.
important.
I couldn't get that to work either.
Oh, okay. Maybe you came in after we started things up. You know what? Actually, there's still time. Everybody, do me a favor and back up a little bit. All right, back up off the platforms. We're going to try something a little bit different. All right, let's make sure we got everything all set up here. No, I'm just we're going to reset things since we're still at the beginning. Since actually, wait, no, because then everybody that checked in, no, that won't work either. Yeah, what we'll do is we're just loading you guys by name. Get back on those yellow X's if you don't mind. All right, there we go. We're just trying to get this to work in the best way possible.
Just
there,
testing.
I thought maybe we could re-kick the system, but that's why it pays to be early at its Shark Time. Things will work better. All right, now, so what we're going to do is I'm going to loan you my name, but just verbally, Thundercat. You agree to this?
I agree to this.
All right, everybody, that's legally binding. Realize that. Okay, cool. All right, so my
I'm
name there. Very
scared.
good. All right, Matt, you're all checked. All right, Matt's a professional. He's been here a bunch of times. All right, now, Drew, do you agree to this?
Sadly.
Sadly, that's a yes, right? I'm going to need a yes, Drew. Can you give me a yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's legally binding. Awesome. All right, cool. All right. So Drew is checked in. Your name is temporarily Michael Forrest. The same goes for Thundercat. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to raise up these glass enclosures here to make you guys feel safe, secure, and comfortable. Now, I heard somebody gasp in surprise. Yes. Well, that's for your protection. And listen, and just a friendly reminder, any attempt to escape is going to immediately disqualify you from our events. All right. Because, I'm told that's excessive. You know what? Right? Denying my friends a meal is excessive. All right. That's animal cruelty, and I'm not going to stand for it. Oh, I forgot to mention, everybody, you're going to notice in your menu wheel that at the very top of that menu wheel is a microphone icon, right? When that microphone icon is clear, we can hear everything that's happening in your environment. I do mean everything. And I like that. I like being able to hear you guys laugh. I like being able to interact with you guys. All right. But if there's like a conversation that's happening, it's usually over here for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm watching all you people. But if you hear like a conversation that's like throwing me off or something, one of my producers or my moderators, they might go ahead and turn your microphone to red. If that happens, right, it's not such a bad thing, because if somebody comes into space and asks why you're screaming in terror, you'll be able to answer them. If or and also don't feel like you can't express this because you have this pink smiley face. It opens up your emoji panel, gives you a wide variety of options with which to express yourself. I'm sure you guys know how to use that already, but I would like to reserve this one. Please use this to let me know if there's a problem. Like if the roof starts leaking or Sharky starts making fun of me, behind my back or something like that. Come on, Sharky, it's true. It happens occasionally. All right, he's going to be that way about it. All right, but look, if that should happen, just let me know. If my voice goes choppy, stuff like that. You can either yell it out, but if you mute it because of, aforementioned conversation thing, just use that hand emoji and that'll help out a lot. Thanks, everybody. All right, now the way this is going to work is we're going to ask you guys questions. All right, and questions don't actually have to be right. The only answers that matter are those that convince our audience that you deserve to live more than the person next to you. That's it. Pretty easy, right? Which means your fate is in the hands of our audience. You're going to notice that a number has just appeared above your head, and this gives our audience the power to vote for you. So if Thundercat, whose name is temporarily Michael Forrest, has an incredible answer and you really like it, just click on that nameplate directly below Thundercat, and the score will go up, right? But let's say Matt the scientist has a really insightful, well thought out answer, right? And you're very impressed.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just click on Matt's nameplate right there, and the numbers will adjust accordingly. All right. That's all you have to do, all right, until we close the voting. After we close the voting, you won't be able to vote anymore, and that's how this works. All right, everybody, let's start out with Thundercat. Thundercat, are you ready for the first question?
I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay.
I'm
All right.
ready.
Here we go. All right. Let's see. And this is your first time at the show, right?
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, if you look off into the distance there, do you see that structure way out there? That's the Ravenhall Sea-Lab. And we do all kinds of important science over there. And our lead researcher, Dr. Starling, we asked a question about him it's Shark Times ago. We asked, and we found out that he actually grew up on a farm. And this really surprised me, everybody, because, basically I would never have guessed that. Or I never would have guessed that. So that got me thinking. I figured I'd ask all you guys. Name something that would surprise our audience.
Well, I live in Iowa, and I am one of a twin. So there's two.
There's two of you. Okay.
Thundercat.
Well, that's interesting, everybody. Okay, cool. All right. Good answer. I like that. All right, Matt. Something about you that would surprise our audience. Let's hear it.
I don't taste very good.
Okay, there you go. There we go. I'm not sure about that because Buster's had you like the past 3 shows, and it's all he talks about. Matt this and Matt that, Matt all the time with Matt. All right, let's see. Now let's see here, Drew. Let me ask you something about yourself that might surprise our audience. Let's hear it.
Let's see. I can.
Listen,
really
take your
boring
time. It's
person.
not like your life depends on it. I mean, it kind of does, but you know.
See, I can juggle 6 balls.
All right, Drew is a juggler. Imagine that. Cool. Have you ever tried that in VR?
Yeah, you want to see? I can do the demonstration.
No, well, we don't have the stuff spawned yet, but I'm asking if you've ever tried it in VR. Juggling.
No, not as easy as it looks.
No. No, okay. There we go. All right, everybody. We're going to take a moment to consider our volunteers' answers here, everybody. All right? And get your votes in now, all right? Because we're going to lock the voting out in 3, in 2, in 1. The voting is now closed. Let's see how we did, everybody. Let's take a look at our scores. All right. Well, it looks like, oh, wow. Drew, let me ask you something. Do you have any plans later?
No.
No? Okay, second question. Does anybody know where you are?
No.
No? Oh, that's excellent. All right, everybody, get ready. All right, Drew, just as you've been a great volunteer here, so let me just give you this little piece of advice here. All right, scream on your way out. It really helps the process, okay? All right, so here we go. You're going to meet my friend Fang right now. Here we go. Introducing Drew to Fang. Here you go. All right, thanks, Drew. All right, everybody, now listen. It's time we had talk. All right, some of you know what's coming here. All right, it's time we had a little discussion. All right, when I first showed this, program to the admins, right, I was very proud of it, and they were horrified by what they saw because of that effect that you just saw. And I promised them that I would explain to you guys that that's just seasoning. That's all that is. Most Altspace Avatars are delicious, but some of them, like Drew, for example, have that green tag above their head, and it gives them kind of a minty, sort of a nasty aftertaste. It's really gross, and my friends don't like it. So we put in that seasoning just to make it better for them. And if you think it looks like something else, that says more about you than it does us. And so listen, if you're at the campfire later and you hear somebody talking about it Shark Time, and they're talking about that effect that you just saw, and you hear them talking about it, you remember something. That's just seasoning. That's all that is. That's all that's ever going to be. And you didn't see nothing. Okay? All right, good. I feel better. You guys feel better? I love when we talk like this. It makes me feel so close to all of you. Okay, here we go. Good news, everybody. It looks like we have an opening for another contestant. Let's see if we have anybody. Let's check our menu here. All right, it's literally a menu. All right, we've got Queen of something. I can't see the full name. All right, so let's bring out Queen of something. Let's see. Where are you, Queen? Let's see. Bridges here. Gonna extend these bridges. There you are. Oh, it's Queen of Defiance. Okay, so I'm thinking you're not going to be too cooperative, are you?
I might try to escape.
Okay, all right, well, that's not good. You'll get banned, all that kind of stuff. That's bad, but, we'll try to work with it. All right, everybody. So if you come on up here and join me, just come up here and watch out for that portal. We're going to use it at the end. All right. Oh, yeah, go up that way, too. All right, now just walk around back here. There you go. No, that's cool. You did plenty doing it right. That's why we have 2 entrances. All right, so stand on that yellow X for me and just press that consent button. Minor formality for our insurance company there. All right, cool. We got you all checked in. All right, awesome. All right, very cool.
This looks
all right,
great.
now what we're going to do, we don't want you to feel left out, so we're going to give you a glass enclosure of your own. There you go. All right, and just a friendly reminder, I'm going to say this again because of what you said coming up. Any attempts to escape is going to immediately disqualify you. We cool with that? Good?
Okay.
All right, cool. You can be defiant with the questions, though. That's cool. All right, but you know what? Let's start out on this side, all right? We're going to start out with you, Queen of Defiance. Are you ready for your question?
Sure.
All right, let me just reset the votes here so we can give everybody a good chance to vote for you here. All right, I didn't take a chance to get to know you though. How long have you been around Altspace for?
Since Christmas too. I got it for a gift. Yeah.
Wow, awesome. How you liking it so
It's
far?
been interesting. I love it. I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. All right, have you ever been to the show before?
I've been to the show once, but never here.
Okay, well, what
never
did you
in
think?
this spot. Oh, I really like it. It's really
You're
cool.
not just saying that because I got you over a shark right now, are you?
No, but I'm hoping it's gonna help.
Okay, all right, good. All right. So let's start out with a question here. All right. Now, every year, the Shark Elders, they gather around and they give out awards to the sharks that have had the most impact on the community, right? It's a big deal. And Sharky thought with all the work he's been doing lately, right? Sharky, get on over here. You're just still sitting over there. Come on, get back here. All right. But, he thought, this was finally his time. He was going to get recognized for all that work he's been putting in, but it turns out that one of the elders, right, they don't really like him that much. Right, there is not a big fan of Sharkies, and so they've been going around saying that Sharkies shouldn't work with him, that because he's bad news, he's trouble, right? Sharky doesn't care for that. He thinks that sharks should learn how to think for themselves, right? Not be told what to think by these troublemakers, right? So Sharky's thinking, right, that maybe he could do something to get sharks to think for themselves, but he needs a plan, right? And I'm relying on you, our volunteers, to tell me what that plan could be. What do you think, Queen? What could Sharky do about that?
That's a big answer. A plan to think for himself? Well,
to get the other sharks to think for themselves, because they're listening to the elders. They think Sharky's trouble, and we all know he's not. Sharky's a good shark. Does a lot of good work.
He should just show him how it's done and bring him some human snacks.
Oh, so bribe them with food. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Matt. How about you? What should Sharky do to get sharks to think for themselves more?
He should search the Altspaces with the biggest brains and eat them.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I see. Oh, so this way, you are what you eat. Sharky will get smarter. That's a good plan. All right, Sharky, don't get any ideas, man. All right, so that's a good answer. All right, now Thundercat, what do you say? What can Sharky do to get sharks to think for
Mine
themselves?
kind of goes along with hers, except for it's going to avatar time, and you need to put the sharks up here and get them to answer the questions, so that if they don't get it right, then they can be fed to the avatars.
Can you guys see
Do
that?
a game show.
What if we have an episode of Shark Time where we turn the tables on everybody and we put the sharks up top, right? We have the avatars on the bottom. I like where you go. Oh, by the way, when you consented to this, that was automatically, we own like all the intellectual property that you come up with up there. So if we use that, it's ours. I'm just saying, everybody. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, that's our answer. So what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna play my favorite song again, while you guys consider which volunteer you like the best. All right. So get those votes in, because we're about to close the voting in 3, in 2. In 1, I heard a no. I'm going to guess before I turn around that somebody's not doing so well. All right, here we go. We're going to lock our votes in now, so you will no longer be able to vote until we open them up again. Let's see how we've done here. Oh, Queen of Defiance. Let me ask you, how do you feel about sharks?
I love sharks.
Okay.
And I think the one underneath me is going to love me as well.
Okay, well, is there anyone we should contact considering what's about to happen?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Anybody know where you? Very important.
Potentially so. I think it'll be fine.
Potentially so. Okay, but no one that's going to maybe prosecute or anything like that.
Nah, you're good.
All right, good. All right, awesome. Good. Just a little bit of help here, right? If you scream on your way out, it really helps the process. And I'm going to introduce you to my friend Fang, who's eating really well tonight.
Oh my God.
Here we go. There we go. All right, everybody. Now, everybody, what was that you just saw for those who are coming in late? So here.
It's just seasoning.
There you go. That's all that is. That's all it's ever going to be. We're going to have like T-shirts and mugs made up, but I'm relying on all of you to raise awareness. Okay. All right, everybody. Now we're about to enter our 3rd round. All right. And as we do, listen, when you came in tonight, you may have noticed in the lobby that we have a Patreon sign up. We got this Buy Us a Coffee link over here. And this is because we're trying to raise money to put on more interactive experiences like this for all of you. But not only that, listen, we joke around in here an awful lot about feeding sharks, right? But in the real world, we're actually trying to save a shark, right? And that's because a portion of what we collect will go to the Bimini Shark Lab. They do amazing work raising awareness about some of the horrific practices like shark finning, and they, raising the awareness about the environmental challenges facing sharks on our oceans today. And they do really great work. And I want to thank all of you for helping us help them and do our part. But really, just subscribing to our YouTube channel or coming to our events, all that stuff shows your support. And we're just grateful to all of you. Seriously, we're very grateful for all of that. All right, now let's go on here. We're going to clear our scores out, everybody, and get ready to vote again, as we're going to go into our 3rd question. And this time we're going to start with you, Matt. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
You're all set. All right, here, let's see what we have. Now, believe it or not, moose are actually a part of the orca diet. They really are. All right, what happens is they'll swim across, and you got to think about this from the moose's perspective, right? He's swimming along, it's a full moon out, he's having a good time, right? And he's like looking at the land, and he's like, oh, there's going to be a whole new life over there. And suddenly these orcas show up. And they do, what they do, and it doesn't end so well for the moose, right? But I'm wondering, what does that sound like, Matt?
What is a moose?
What does it sound like?
What is a moose? I don't know what that is.
What is a moose? It's like a giant deer, like a reindeer, just really, really big. See them up around Canada.
It would sound like.
Okay, that's a possibility. There we go. All right, seems like the audience like that. All right, now Thundercat. All right, this moose is swimming along, having a good night. Suddenly these orcas show up, and now he's dinner. What's that sound like?
What am I? Sorry, I was cutting out. What am I? What's it?
All right, a moose is swimming along swimming along to get to the other side of of land there, to new land, right? And a bunch of orcas show up and make him dinner. What does that sound like? The moose, he's obviously going to be surprised. Wow, everybody, you heard that? Everybody heard that? That was pretty convincing. All right, wow, you got double digits. Look at it, you got 15 people like that moose impression there, Thundercat. All right, everybody, we're going to take a moment. All right, to lock in our votes here. All right, so let's play our song again here. All right, we're gonna close the voting in 3, in 2, in 1. You know what? Before we close the voting, let me ask. Let's make this interesting because it's looking like it's getting pretty close there. Matt, why do you deserve to live more than Thundercat? Let's hear
I don't taste good. I'm a nasty German.
Okay, all right. Well, we don't want an international incident here, everybody. All right, Thundercat, let me ask you, why do you deserve to live more than Matt?
I disagree. Matt tastes great. I bit his arm last night.
Okay, there you go. See, there we are. Okay,
bit you.
First-hand
Didn't
account
even know.
there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock our votes in 3, in 2, in 1. The voting is now closed. Let's see how we did, everybody. It looks like, oh, Matt. You're gonna be joining Buster again. You know how this goes. You give us a good scream, okay? All right. Thank you
Yes.
for being on the show here. We're gonna introduce you to Buster again.
Buster coming.
Here we go. There we go. Bye, Matt. Thanks for joining us. And everybody, what was that you just saw? What's that?
It's just seasoning.
Thank you.
Just
Good. It's catching on. That's great. All right. Well, it looks like Thundercat's going to be our winner. So, Thundercat, I'm going to take down your glass enclosure. And if you would come on down here, and if you would stand in front of this mug here, because we're going to take your picture. So, we're going on our Twitter as we announce our winner. All right. Now, our audience can help out here. Now, turn around and face me there. We're going to take your picture there. Now, our audience can throw up as many emojis as you can. All right. I'm going to count down from 3. And everybody yell out, "It's shark time." All right. Ready? We got 2, 1. Shark time. There we go. Oh, here's some music in the background. Okay, there you go. Cool. All right, that works. All right, everybody. Wow, look at all those emojis. Oh, wow. You only had to do it for the picture, guys, but thanks. That's nice. All right, at the end of our events, we usually take everybody flying at the Ravenhall Flight Academy. But what we've been doing lately is we've been taking you to our showcase display so you guys can see the prizes. All right, so if you want to see, Thundercat, if you want to see the items you've won, you can see in the lobby we have a poster up there showing the pictures, but also we're going to take you out to the showcase so you guys can inspect it yourselves. You can look at it and see what you can win on this show here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the stage blockers here. You guys can come on up here. All right, let's see. And we're going to extend these bridges so nobody falls off there. That would be tragic. Wouldn't it, Sharky? That would be bad. All right, so everybody, come on up here, right? We're going to play our end music again. Here, let's dance around a little bit here. All right, everybody, you're going to notice at the top of this ramp here is a blue light. Let's go into that blue light and explore the Shark Time Showcase. All right, everybody, come on with me. And if you want to hang out here and explore the set, that's cool too. All right, head on over here and let's check out the prize.
Right behind you. No, what happened?
No, Timo, no.